Whoa, 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 whoa. BAGRECELOS News. Oh my god. Eurovision News. Why was Joost Klein disqualified from the final in Eurovision 2024? Why? Why?
Joost Klein, the Dutch contestant in this year's Eurovision Song Contest, has been disqualified just hours before the final in the Swedish city of Malmö. The singer did not perform in Friday's dress rehearsals after what organizers described as an incident. The competition organizer says police are investigating a complaint from a female member of the production crew. Klein's song Iro Papa was among the favorites to win. Joining me now is my colleague from DW Culture, Rosalie Engels. Hello, Rosalie. Nice to have you. It's quite interesting what's happening with the song contest. Do we know more about why the Dutch singer Joost Klein has been disqualified?
Yeah, so the EBU, the organizers of the Eurovision, have actually kept their public statement rather vague, just saying that there was an ongoing police investigation involving a female crew member without really giving any further details. But then today, in the course of the afternoon, Af Rotos, the Dutch broadcaster, who is one of the many broadcasters funding and broadcasting the Eurovision every year.
Okay, but why did they disqualify him? Oh, that's what I don't understand. I don't understand.
Has come out with a statement on social media saying that Joost Klein did in fact make a threatening movement towards a female crew member, but this was in reaction to her not leaving him alone after he repeatedly said that he didn't want to be filmed. They are calling the disqualification.
Okay, but and they video you? And they video you? Oh, okay. And they have video. And they have video. Do you have proofs of this? Do you have proof of this? Or not? Or yet? I don't know.
Or the exclusion of Joost Klein from the event rather disproportionate, and say that they are disappointed with the decision. As you can imagine, the reactions of the fans have been pretty intense, both at the venue as well as on social media. They say they're confused and they don't quite...
He will be the big winner. I'm sure. I'm sure.
Understand why this happened.
Especially considering that his song was considered to be one of the favorites. What's also happening is that there's been protests calling for Israel to be excluded over the Gaza war. Is politics stealing the show?
Yeah, so the EBU has repeatedly insisted that the Eurovision is a cultural event with no place for politics. And what that means is that behind the scenes, they are trying very hard to keep this event free of politics. So in terms of the final tonight, this means that they will certainly be searching the bags of attendees to make sure that they won't be bringing in any flags or slogans representing countries that are not directly represented in the final. Right. In terms of the performers, they're of course also asked not to make their performances political in any way. This means that the Israeli contestant Eden Golan was asked to change both the lyrics and the title of her song. It's now called Hurricane, but it was called October Rain, and it made direct reference to the October 7th Hamas attacks. There was also an instance at the final dress rehearsal today where the French contestant, Slimane, actually stopped his performance and came out to speak in favor of peace and unity. So it's all very heated and definitely different. So while there has been politics sort of on stage and off stage at previous events, this is certainly the first time that we're seeing it to such an extent.
Let's bring in Richard Orange, Nordic editor at The Local, who joins us from the Eurovision Song Contest press office in Malmö. Richard, Dutch singer Joost Klein has now been banned from competing in the final. What do we know about what exactly led to this?
It's still quite mysterious, and I suspect it will be a while before we know the full story. But in a statement confirming his disqualification, the European Broadcasting Union said that Swedish police had investigated a complaint made by a female member of the production crew, which came after an incident following his performance in the semi-final on Thursday. And the Swedish police have separately said that they're investigating what they call unlawful threats, and they've interviewed both Klein and his accuser.
Why?
One thing the EBU has stressed and did stress in its statement was that this did not involve another performer or anyone connected to another country's delegation, because there had been speculation that it was linked to Israel's delegation, particularly after on Thursday, Joost Klein, he sort of challenged Israel's contestant by she was asked whether she was worried about creating an extra risk for other performers, and she said, I can't comment on that. And he said, why not? In the way that it was interpreted as aggressive. But apparently it was absolutely nothing to do with that.
So off the show, and also law enforcement authorities now involved. There's also been protests calling for Israel to be excluded over the Gaza war. Is politics stealing the spotlight from music in this year's contest, in your opinion?
No, it's not cool.
I think before the contest started, that was certainly something that the organisers in Malmo city's authorities were worried about. But actually, as the Eurovision fans have come in, it's really that they've brought their own enthusiasm, and the energy here at the stadium is actually very positive, and also there were a very large protests in Malmo on Thursday, and they went off relatively peacefully. So I think people were worried there would be, a serious incident or injuries or people being shot.
What is your opinion?
Nothing really happened like that. It went off relatively well. So I think in a way, the handling of the protest has been a success for the city and for the contest.
So let's get that positive energy going again here. Politics aside, who's your favorite contestant to win tonight, Richard?
Actually, even though I'm joint British and Swedish, I don't really want either the Norwegian twins Marcus and Martinez, who are representing Sweden, to win, or the UK's Ollie Alexander. My favourite is Jacko by Armenia's Lada Diva, because it's kind of a return to the kind of feel-good, old, folky type of Eurovision. I think it's a really fun song, and too many of the acts this year, I feel, are trying to do something a bit too edgy. I quite like that it's kind of going against that and just doing something that's just pure feel-good entertainment. And I would actually, I have to say, I would have considered voting for Joost Klein's Euro Papa, because it was such a fun song, and it's such a shame that it's been knocked out, actually.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be watching and judging your predictive skills. Richard Orange, Nordic editor at The Local. Many, many thanks, sir.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
He won't be the big winner. Okay? He won't be the big winner. The big winner. Okay? Okay. Let's go. I believe we need proof. Okay? I believe we need proof against Joost. Okay? It's one. And until we have it with all the certainty in the world, I will say that he was armed in an event when he would have won. Okay. I believe he was sabotaged and stolen right in front of our face. Our face. Oh my God. There is not proof. It's not proof. But what did you think? Leave it in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. Okay? New videos every day you want. BAGRECELOS REACTS. Bye bye. See you the next time.